Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Horizons review series. Today we are reviewing episode 47. Let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So it's time for the terrestrial training course to actually begin, starting with a battle between Liko and gym leader Katy. This is really cool seeing as how Katy is the first gym leader in Paldea, and it kind of gauges where Liko is at in her abilities as of now. The trio head to Cortondo where the gym is based, and it was just nice to see this town be fleshed out a bit more. I felt in the games the Paldea towns were so lifeless and empty. I thought the anime did a good job here in fleshing it out just a tiny bit. We obviously know Katy's whole gimmick is baking cakes, and we even pay a visit to her cake shop where, surprise surprise, the dude Murdoch is working here while the ship is being repaired. And he made for such a great addition in this episode, seeing as Murdoch was right in his element with all the bacon here. I just hope we get the same situation when we visit Kofu's gym, because I feel like him and Murdoch would just get on really well. Outside the shop we see Sango kicking up a fuss about them not having the cake she wanted, similar to last time when we saw her waiting in line for the Diglett treat. This was hilarious, and I hope this becomes a recurring gag where she just never gets the treats she wants. But it turns out she also wants to battle Katy, being a part of the terrestrial course, but Katy can only have one battle today, so Liko and Sango are both forced into conflict. This episode was really great in terms of Liko's self-confidence. We see her doubting herself. She's worried about having this battle with Katy. She even goes as far as asking if she can practice terrestrializing against Sango before her actual battle, which obviously doesn't go down too well with Sango. But I thought the development with Liko in this episode was done really well, with her learning that sometimes you've just got to dive head in first without practice, and you only really know how you're going to perform when you do it for real. There was a hint at Liko battling Sango, but there's no way Liko would win this, so thankfully we meet the gym leader Katy, and she proposes a cake baking challenge rather than a battle, which is more in Liko's favour, so I have no idea why Sango accepted this. But it was hilarious seeing Liko put her heart and soul into this cake with Florigato, and then you cut to Sango, who's just made this complete abomination, and then she starts blaming Glalie for not helping, leading to one of her typical temper tantrums, telling Glalie to freeze the whole place. Man, I kind of feel sorry for this Glalie. And this is where we get more of Katy. We see her strict and stern side when it comes to judging cakes, as she asks Sango to leave. And Liko wins the challenge, which means it's finally battle time between Liko and Katy. And although it's not an actual gym battle, it just felt good to be back here. Meeting the gym leader beforehand and then beginning the battle, it really felt like the old times. We had Katy and her Teddiursa versus Liko and her Florigato, and straight away Liko was up against it, with Katy using all of her sweet tactics, using moves like Charm and Sweet Scent to distract Florigato from both short and long distance. I thought the dynamic of this battle was really good and something Liko hasn't had to deal with, so it was a new test for her. Liko does get a foothold back when she uses Magical Leaf on the ground, which gives her the opening she needs to terrestrialize. It was probably the most movement we've got in a terrestrial battle, but I still feel like a lot of these terrestrial battles are so static and we don't get much strategy. It's just kind of who has the stronger attack wins. So I really want them to do more with this gimmick. I didn't like it in the games, and so far it hasn't done too much to change that in the anime, but this was still a really good battle. Katy even forces herself to go all out, as she was gonna stop the battle there and then, but she terrestrializes as well and then finishes off Florigato, and Liko loses the battle. I would have liked Liko to win if I'm honest, but I think it was still a positive step for her and some really good development. You can see she's a lot more confident in the way that she's battling, and things are definitely looking up, and she did pass this test despite not winning the battle, and that's what this course is all about. It's not the gym challenge, it is just a battle course for these students to become better, and we can already see that happening. And this episode ends with them sitting around a campfire, and Roy is preparing for his next battle against Brassius. This was a really great episode in my opinion. It was a lot better than the last one. I thought it had some fantastic Liko development. I loved the involvement from the likes of Katy, Sango and Murdoch. The characters really shined in this one, and even the battle was pretty good. I would have liked maybe a bit more action in the battle from Liko using her Florigato's Vine a bit more, but she is kind of still spamming her leaf attacks a bit too much. But other than them minor complaints, it was a really good battle for Horizons, offering something a bit different with the Sweet Scent and Charm combos. So overall, this episode was another great one, showing off the Paldea region, and a good debut for Katy, who is exactly how I expected her to be. So just good things all around really. So I'm going to give this one a 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts. What is your rating out of 10? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.